Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi T. Grant. If this is your first time here, if this is not your first time here, thank you so much for tuning back in. I'm a New York City freelance makeup artist and I'm also a lover of fashion. So if you guys are interested in content surrounding beauty, fashion, and lifestyle, make sure that you guys subscribe, like this video if you enjoy it, and also hit the bell notification so that you're notified every single time that I post. So without too much rambling, let's just get into the topic of today's video. In today's video, I will be sharing some of my worst purchases of 2020, and I have a few reasons why these are on the worst list. Maybe they underperformed, maybe I just didn't wear them as much as I intended to wear them. Without too much rambling, I have some beauty products, I have some accessories, clothing, and shoes. Let's get right into it. So I'm gonna grab the first item that is closest to me. So I guess we'll start with bags. But item that I regret purchasing, this is from Shein. This is like a woven bag, like a Bottega Veneta dupe. It's like a dupe to the woven bag. I don't know why I couldn't get those words out. And the reason why I regret purchasing it is because the quality of the bag is just so flimsy. Like, it's not the worst bag quality ever, but it has no structure. The bag itself is also very small. There's no like lining on the inside. I have tissues in the bag, sorry. It's the same kind of woven thing on the inside. I know it was only like 20 something dollars, but cheap or not, inexpensive or not, I really wish that I would have just sent this bag back when I had the chance. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, when I purchased this bag, I purchased another bag that I wish I sent back too. Here's another bag that I bought from Shein. There's gonna be a lot of Shein pieces in this haul, unfortunately. Anyway, the reason why I regret buying this bag, it has no structure. I'm all for a slouchy looking bag with that, and I know it's like, girl, you only spent 20 something dollars. What did you expect? I just expected it to be better quality. The material feels so cheap. Like, it feels like a super cheap handbag. And I have had and purchased lots of inexpensive handbags from tons of other places, and they don't have to feel cheap. Like my Target slouchy Bottega Veneta dumpling bags that I featured in previous videos, they are faux leather and they were like 20 something bucks, but they don't feel cheap. Like, they feel really great. So yeah, I know that I didn't spend a lot of money. I didn't really have high hopes for how the bag was going to turn out, but I don't know what I was thinking when I purchased this bag. Even the style of the bag is not really my style. Like, I would carry it like underneath, so like hold it like this. The strap is too long. There's just so many things about it where I know that I don't like a bag like this anyway. So purchasing it was just silly from the beginning. I knew better and I bought it anyway, and now it is on my worst list. All right, next bag on the list, it is a dumpling bag. This is from Nasty Gal. I got this bag before I purchased my two of the dumpling bags that I purchased from Target. So yeah, so this was my first try at getting a bag that's like a dupe to Bottega Veneta dumpling bag, and I was underwhelmed. The leather is really flimsy, so it always kind of just looks like that. It's just not cute, and it's also really big. Like, for it to have no structure, it's like more obvious how cheap it is by how the bag falls and sits. So yeah, not my most favorite purchase, obviously. It also has these really cheap straps, which is so weird. Like, it just looks so cheap to me. It's like tied in a knot right there. I guess you can untie it and take it off, but the Target bag that I ended up getting has has chains on it, but you can take the chains off and put it in the bag, or keep the chains on it. It's just a little bit more versatile and cuter. And yeah, so this is on my worst. I probably wore this bag out one time, and then when I got the Target bags, I've never worn this again. So yep. Okay, so now let's get into the shoes. I have a few shoes, and a lot of these shoes are heels. And why did they end up being on the worst buy list? Maybe because they were cheap, or maybe because I didn't really go anywhere this year. So buying heels during this time was just dumb. It was just dumb. So one heel, I got these heels. They actually look cute. I just wanted a pop of color in my heel choice. It's like a little kitten heel, but it's from Shein. Again, the quality isn't the best, obviously, and I just kind of feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm all for like not spending a lot of money on a lot of shoes. Like, I don't think you need to spend a lot of money on a shoe to get a good quality shoe, but buying cheap shoes like this is just like such a waste. Like, I don't need my heel to be breaking when I'm outside. I have bought really nice like name brand shoes on sale for a great price that I think is way worth it to me than buying a cheap heel like this from Shein, just cause like I feel like a shoe like this will be fine for like a few pictures and stuff like that, but once I put my foot in it and I walk around in it, I just don't feel secure. And for it to be a kitten heel is just like, it's not even that high. I should feel comfortable in them, but I always feel like at any given moment the heel is gonna give out on me, and that is not a good feeling. Here's the other heels that I bought from Shein, and I am complaining about them for the same reason, mainly because on the website the quality of this shoe just looks so much better, but when I got it, like, this faux leather is so flimsy. There's no structure at all, like at all. And although because the faux leather isn't stiff, it makes it quite comfortable to wear, the heel itself is just so flimsy, and it feels like if I was actually going to wear this shoe out, although the heel is not high, I do not believe that this heel is going to hold up and actually like support me the way heels are supposed to support me. And again, I just feel like I'm at a point in time in my life where if I really want a good heel, I don't mind spending a little bit more than the Shein price to get a good quality heel. It's worth it to me. Like, DSW is one of like my favorite places to get designer heels or like name brand heels without spending a lot of money. Even websites like Lulu's, they have really great heels on their website. I actually got from Lulu's that I really like. These were probably $35, maybe $40, and like the quality is so much better. And you guys can see like the style of the shoe is quite similar to the other ones, the square heel, but the quality of this shoe is just so much better for what, $10 to $15-$20 more. So I would much rather buy, if I'm going to buy an affordable heel, from another brand than Shein. Shein just does not do it for me when it comes to heels and shoes. I actually bought from DSW. You guys know I've spoken about how much I love DSW in the past, and the reason why I regret buying these heels is because it's just not my style. I am not a wedge type of girl. I have not been in years. I cannot even tell you the last time I wore a shoe like this. I actually asked the only person who I know would actually like a shoe like this, which is not the best thing to do, because if you're asking someone who you know would say yes to it because you're not sure about it, but if you ask someone who likes shoes like that and they say yes, then you want to buy it because they said yes. Like, I know my style. I know that I don't wear wedges. I just have not worn a shoe like this in a long time. And guess what? Good. And guess what? This was not the year that I was going to try and see if I was going to wear a shoe like this, because I didn't go anywhere this year. I barely went anywhere this year. And yeah, so stick to your guns. When you know your style enough to know that you don't usually gravitate towards stuff like this, you know yourself, don't buy it. I don't care how cheap the shoes are. These were like $11. So I kind of felt more inclined to buy it because it was so affordable. I've bought things from this brand before. This is called Mix Number 6. They sell this at stores like DSW. I won't be surprised if they sell this brand at Rainbow. It's one of those like well-known affordable shoe lines. I've bought things from them in the past, and I think they have pretty good quality, but not worth it, not my style. Last but not least, I am shocked that I'm saying this, but I have to be real with you guys on this one. worst purchases. Now this is obviously not the real Bottega Veneta woven sandal. This is a dupe, of course. I got this from Ego. There's a few reasons why I'm kind of disappointed in the shoe. Number one, I just have to say maybe the style is just not for me. I was not crazy about this style of shoe when it first came out, and the more I saw it on other people, I felt more like, oh, but I wanted to try it, because I kept seeing it styled so many different ways, and I thought, oh, that might be a nice style of a shoe to have in my collection. When I purchased this on Ego, they advertised that they had the grip on the bottom that all of the Bottega Veneta shoes are known to have. That is actually what makes people rave about how comfortable the shoe is. So when I saw that there was a dupe to the shoe with that same kind of grip on the bottom, I was like, oh, I gotta have it. And when I got it in the mail, they don't have it on the bottom, and I emailed Ego and they said they're no longer going to be selling that kind of shoe. They actually have started to purchase their shoes from another vendor, and they don't have that anymore, and they refunded me like 10% or something. Maybe when, you know, things are a little bit different in the world and I can go out and, you know, actually go out to a restaurant, get dressed up, go to a lounge or something like that, I might feel like, you know, more inclined to put these on. So now that we've done bags and shoes, let's get, oh, I have one more shoe. Let me show you the last shoe. All right, so the last shoe that is one of my worst purchases is actually a sneaker, and I wear them a lot. As you guys can see, it's not like the cleanest on the sole, but the reason why I would say that these are one of my worst purchases is because I think that I just bought them because I saw them on other people and I thought it would be cool, but really is not like my favorite style of sneaker. I find that although they're really easy to wear, they're not like the easiest to style, because there's such a unique look of a sneaker. You know, they have like the toe thing like that, like they're very different, so your outfit has to be really, really simple, and that's not a bad thing. I just find that I don't often gravitate towards this shoe when I'm getting dressed because of that, because it just clashes a little bit. Also, on top of that, these shoes are not very comfortable. I got them in a size, I got them in a size 7. I should have gotten a 7.5. I don't think the 7.5 was available. And when I put these on my feet the first time, I knew that they were a little bit snug and I should have sent them back, but I didn't. I kept them, and now I'm stuck with these shoes that are a little bit too snug for me. So whenever I do wear them, I'm usually wearing them to go to the grocery store. You know, my grocery store is like walking distance. It's like 2 blocks away. It's not really far at all. So, you know, they come in handy. Like, you know, I do throw them on. This is like a, if I'm wearing sweatpants kind of vibe, kind of sneaker. But could I have lived without them in my wardrobe? Yes. I regret not taking these back the moment that I tried them on, because I knew the moment I put them on my feet that they were too small. And now I'm stuck with a shoe that, if I wear it too long, makes my feet hurt. Okay, so let's get into the clothes. The clothes actually make me kind of upset, because most of the things that are on my list of things that are my worst purchases, I actually really thought about these items a lot, and then I got them and was like underwhelmed. And I'm kind of bummed by some of them because I didn't return it when I had the chance. Like, I could have exchanged it, you know, I could have gotten something else, and now I'm just kind of annoyed about it, and I don't know when's the next time I'll order from the brand again. So I'll start off with this because it's still in the packaging. I got this from a brand called Field, and it is a black owned brand. They sell a lot of like African printed pieces, and I got a blazer from them, and I'll pop up a picture of how it looks on the model because it's so cute. I got this in a size 16 because I thought it would have like somewhat of a loose fit to it. I'm usually a size 12, so I felt like, you know, a 16 wouldn't, you know, would fit like kind of loose. It'd kind of be like an oversized style blazer. It also has shoulder pads. When I tell y'all, this won't even go up my arm. I don't know why this does not fit. It doesn't even go up my arm. And the moment that I tried it on and had this problem, I should have been sending them an email about how I can return. The return for this was so weird and like hard to do. Like, I needed to go on a website and create a label and do the most, and then when I tried to do it, it didn't work, and then I had to email the company, and by the time that I was going back and forth, I forgot, and then it was too late to return it. So I'm stuck with something that does not fit at all. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, and who's to say that when I can finally fit it, if I'm even gonna like it anymore. Don't ever save it for when you might fit it again, because who's to say you are gonna even like this print, this design, this style when your body changes. I might hate blazers, who knows. So yeah, I'm stuck with this item. Maybe I'll give it away to someone that I know who's smaller who might like it, but like, who knows. I didn't buy it for that, you know what I mean? So yeah. So the next item that is on my worst purchases of 2020 is a dress from Hanifa. I'll pop up a picture of me wearing it. But it is this beautiful dress. I think I even wore this in one of my videos. And the only reason why this is on my worst purchases list is because the dress was just too big. Like, I believe I got it in an extra large and I needed to get a large. This was during the time where, I don't know if you guys watch my summer H&M video, and like everything that I wore in an extra large didn't fit, and I was clearly not an extra large, and I thought I was. But so this was around that time, and I got it in an extra large. It is in a material that doesn't stretch, so I really wanted to make sure that the item, you know, fit. Like, I didn't want it to be too tight in the shoulders, too tight on my arms, and it just was too big. I should have exchanged it for a smaller size, because the way that the dress is designed, it has a slit. I'll pop up a picture. It has a slit, and then it has a hem right here, and then the dress goes longer, and it just kind of does like a flowing thing on the bottom. And the style of the dress, in order for me to get it hemmed and, you know, to get it shorter, I would kind of have to ask a tailor to take the item apart and take some fabric from the top part here and then bring this bottom detailing up. If not, it's going to change the whole design of the dress. And for that reason alone is why it's one of my worst purchases, because it wasn't a cheap dress to begin with, and now the alterations that I'll have to do to the dress in order for it to actually fit me the way that I want is going to make this dress so much more expensive. And I should have just exchanged it for a smaller size from the moment that I tried it on and realized it was too big. So yes, if anyone has purchased this dress or wants to purchase the dress from this company, this dress is actually really popular on their website. I think it's a beautiful dress, but you measure yourself. I think measurements are important when you're buying a dress. Like, had I measured myself and checked the measurements on the website, it could have saved me from buying something that just... Okay, so these next two dresses are from H&M, and they are both in colors that I usually hate. And why did I buy two dresses in this color? Who knows? Because the reality is, I do not like this color. I've never really liked this color. And guess what? I wasn't going to really like it this year. You know? Let me show y'all. And when I bought this dress, I was excited about it. I was genuinely excited about this dress. I thought about this dress before buying it. I actually saw a dress from the brand, I think it was from the brand Self Portrait. And I saw a dress similar to this, and I was like, oh my god, H&M has a dupe, and it's the same color, and I really want to buy it. I bought this dress. I wore it maybe twice. And, you know, both times I just didn't care for it. Like, I don't know, I just don't like the color pink that much. Like, not enough to wear it as on a dress. Maybe in an accessory, like a... I don't like the pink. Not a pink dress, though. I like the color pink just in other stuff. See, even Jada was like, I thought you liked it. So this dress, too, is so wrinkled. I have this in, you know, in storage. I have, like, a storage, clothing storage that I put underneath my bed. It's on the bed. It's right there. So yeah, another dress. This was actually like $20, like something crazy like that from H&M. As puffy sleeves, the maxi dress. You know, this was a hot dress this summer. I saw a lot of people. Hold on. I saw a lot of people wearing this dress. Both of them are actually really nice designs, really nice styles, but the color choice just wasn't my personal style, and I tried to do something different. And in all actuality, I shouldn't have. I should have stuck.
Look at my toy.
Yes, this is Jaden's new toy. He got it from where?
McDonald's.
McDonald's. You went to McDonald's today?
Yes.
Yes. No, we delivered it to the house.
No.
Yeah. It did come to the house. Alright, so last item. So this is the last item that I have for clothing that is on my worst purchases for 2020, and it is this jacket. And the reason why it is on my worst list, because I ended up getting two jackets at the same time. I got this and I got a creamish tan colored one, and that one is lined, and for $10 more it's just warmer. I think it's just a better quality coat. This is not lined, and what I found is that what I like a lot about the other coat is that it has a little bit of texture to it, and I think that I like jackets with just a little bit of texture. I just think it looks a little bit more expensive. Just my personal preference. And then another thing is like, I see this everywhere. Like, this is actually a really, really popular jacket right now, and I'm not one to be like, I don't want anyone wearing the things that I have. Like, I bought it from H&M. It's like, it's H&M. A lot of people are going to have it, but it's just like, I'm just kind of underwhelmed by it. Like, I really, really wanted it for a while. I was so excited when I found it. It just is not doing what I thought it would do for my wardrobe. I find that I don't really gravitate towards it, and that is why it has a tag on it, because I think, why did you have to scream? Be calm. Be calm. I know. Be calm. All right. Be calm. See? You did it. Good. Yeah, I'm just kind of underwhelmed by it. Like, I really feel like I might end up taking this back, and I think that I still want a plaid jacket, and I do not mind spending a little bit more on it in order for it to just be a little bit more, for it to be what I actually want. I want a little bit of texture on it. I would like if it was lined, and I'm not really crazy about this green plaid color. I don't know. I'm just not crazy about it. It just doesn't really flow with the things that I have in my wardrobe. So yeah, that's that. If you have it and you love it, like, I don't think it's a bad purchase, but I just feel like I want something else, and I don't think it's worth having that and then another plaid jacket that's similar to it. Like, I think it's worth me just returning it and getting something that better suits, you know, what I want. So now lastly, I'll be sharing some of my worst beauty purchases. So these are gonna be like skincare, makeup stuff. Sorry, I'm thirsty. This is one of my best purchases from Target. This is one of their tumblers from the brand Room Essentials Double Wall Stainless Steel Vacuum Straw Tumbler. I will link it down below because I love it. It keeps my water so cold. I love cold water, like really, really cold water is so good. Alright, yeah, so this is the jet lag mask from the brand Summer Fridays. I got this for Sephora. This is a very, very popular face mask. I believe this was like $44, $46 from Sephora. 2.24 ounces. This is a hydrating face mask, and I just have to say, like, I'm just kind of underwhelmed. Like, the first time I used it, like, obviously, like, I can see my skin looks really hydrated, but my skin, I guess, isn't that dry where I feel like it really makes a big enough difference. And I'm gonna sound so crazy saying this because I've worked at Sephora for so long, but since switching some of my more expensive skincare and body care items for more affordable drugstore versions that are not only just as good but even slightly better, it's hard for me to rationalize the purpose in spending $44 on a mask that doesn't really do much. You know what I mean? Like, yes, my skin looked more hydrated when I used it and it was fine, but is it worth me purchasing again? No. I probably used it 3 times, if that, even that, since buying it, and I bought it in August, and it is just almost December. It is December. So yeah. Next on the list, it is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I heard so many great things about this mist, and I'm just kind of underwhelmed by it. Like, I've tried setting mist in the past. I don't even know if setting mist or setting sprays really work on everybody, although I still will continue to use it and still will recommend it. But this is just not one of my favorites. Some of my favorites is Urban Decay and Scandinavia. I think they probably have the best on the market. I know that these are really affordable, but I don't know if it really does anything. And the point of a setting spray is to lock in your makeup. That's what it says, right? This mist liquid powder makeup continuous airbrush control. I guess it doesn't say that it's supposed to set your makeup. I don't know. What is the point of this? I don't know. Let me see. This is how it works. It has a nice little mist. It hydrates the skin a little bit. But yeah, I won't be buying it again. I don't think it makes a difference. Another item that I spoke about here on my channel, and I'm gonna put this in my worst purchase list, but it is the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. I actually used a little bit of it in like around my mouth because I tend to get really oily there, and it's just to, you know, control the oils because it is a soft matte foundation. But to be honest, because first of all, I love the Natural Radiant Long Wear foundation from NARS. I love it. It is one of my favorite foundations. I've yet to find one that tops it. Love it. And then when I bought it in the, what is the other one called? Loved it. It was hydrating and allowed my skin to look really nice and dewy. I felt like although it still had like really good application and the color match was perfect, I felt like it did a little bit it did something different that I was lacking, like I didn't really have in my makeup kit. Although this is a great foundation and the color is great and the application is easy, I just don't think I like how my face looks. Like, I don't like matte foundations. I think it makes my face look really flat and one-dimensional. I do already use powders and stuff to set my makeup, and I want my face to look a little bit more matte in some areas but not all over. And when I use this, I find that my skin is matte all over, and it's just not the look that I like. And because I have two other NARS foundations that I really like, I just don't think that this was worth the purchase. I do not see myself buying this again, whereas the other two NARS foundations, I know I will be buying it again. So yeah. Okay, so I feel kind of shady because my last few are from the same brand, but what can I say? As much as I love this brand, not everything is my favorite. And so one of my worst purchases for 2020 is the Fenty Beauty Cognac Candy Diamond Balm. I decided to try to wear it today. I have a little bit of it in the corner of my eyes. I have a little bit on my nose. The reason why I think that this is one of my worst purchases is because I believe that I thought it was going to do something else and it didn't. This is kind of like, it's a cross between something soft, kind of like a balm, and a powder. It is really like, this is how it looks. It is really nice, but I just feel like it doesn't really do what a highlighter would do. Or I'm like putting it on so you guys can see. It's kind of soft, like I said, kind of like a balm. The texture is just really different in a way that I just don't really care for. I don't think it's a horrible product, but it just wasn't what I expected. I'll just do it on the side. It really wasn't what I expected, and for that reason, I have to say it is going to go into my worst purchases because I don't gravitate to it as much as I thought I would. I could put a little bit of it on my chest if I wanted to like do a little bit of the most, and I think that's probably what it was designed to do, to add a little bit of glisten on other parts of your body, not just like a highlighter on your face, and that's fine. But again, I just didn't think that was what it was going to be for. So when I got it and I tried to apply it the same way I apply highlighter, I was kind of underwhelmed, and that's why a lot of these items are on my worst purchases list. Last but not least, I would have to say the whole entire Fenty skin collection is going to be on my worst purchases for 2020 list, because my skin just did not agree with it. And for the price point, I just don't really see the purpose of me purchasing these items again when there's so many really great, good products on the drugstore market. I just don't really feel the purpose of me purchasing again. The main culprit of my breakouts was this item. This was, sorry, I have like the highlighter now. It's getting all over the place. But it was the moisturizer. This moisturizer just did not agree with my skin. I love the packaging. I think it's so cute. I love Fenty Beauty's line. When it came to skincare, my skin was just like, what are you doing? And I had to stop using this almost as quickly as I purchased it. I really wish I was able to return that and get my money back. Also, you guys can see this is almost done. This is their fat water. This is a toner and serum. I think it's a really interesting product. I'm probably going to use this until it's empty and never purchase it again. The reason being is because it doesn't break out my skin. It does add a nice bit of moisture and hydration to my face, but I really haven't seen a difference in how my skin retains moisture or a difference in the appearance of my skin since using it. So when it's over, I will be purchasing a toner or serum kind of item from another brand. I think the concept was really interesting, but again, haven't seen a huge difference in my skin since using it. And my last item is actually in my bathroom. It is their Fenty Skin's cleanser, and I'll pop up a picture of it. I also have to say, kind of similar to this, like, it's fine. I think it's good. I like the lather on it. I think it's really nice. I think that it doesn't strip my skin of any of its natural oils. It's a nice cleanser, but prior to using those cleansers, I was using CeraVe cleansers, and I really like them a lot. And for the difference in price, I think I'm just gonna go back to my CeraVe cleansers because they work really well. They do what they're supposed to do. They have a lot of active ingredients in it, and what can I say? Like, I don't think it's a bad item at all. For the price, I could buy 2 CeraVe cleansers for the same price as one of the Fenty skin cleansers. And yeah, alright guys, so that is it for my worst purchases of 2020. Not crazy about these items, and that is okay. If you guys actually have some of these items and you love them, let me know down below. Like, you might love them for reasons that I hate them. And also let me know down below, what are some of your worst purchases from 2020? It can be clothes, it can be shoes, it can be makeup. I just want a good laugh. Maybe we have some of the similar items that we purchased and just it didn't work for us. You know, something that you were really excited about, and then you got it and you tried it on and you were like, really? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, I'm going to be doing a video of some of my favorite purchases of 2020, so look out for that. Make sure that you like this video if you enjoy it.